guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we're going to be doing a preview for NFL week number 7. Now, when it came to week 6 and the score predictions, I was mostly wrong on most of them. I think the closest one I actually got to was the Giants one. And the Giants still ended up winning 20-19. They still ended up winning by 1 point. I said it was going to be a close game, and it was a close game. Now, when it came to the teams I had winning, I think I only had 3 or 4 teams wrong. I know I had the Patriots wrong because the Patriots lost. I had the Green Bay Packers wrong because the Green Bay Packers got whooped. And I think I had the... who did I have losing? I forgot the week 6 matchups. But anyway, we're getting into week 7 matchups. We're gonna go from the first game, which is going to be tomorrow or Thursday, and that is going to be Giants against the Eagles. Now, the Giants, like I just said, they played against the Washington Redskins, and they played a very, very close game against the Washington Redskins. And it seems like the Giants are getting better defensively than offensively, and they're doing this without their best player on their offense, Saquon Barkley. The Eagles have been playing like absolute crap. Carson Wentz, I don't really think is that good. They put in Jalen Hurts for some plays this past week against the Baltimore Ravens, but they still ended up coming back against the Baltimore Ravens, but still ended up losing the game eventually. And this is why I think it's going to be another close game for the Giants, but I think the Giants are going to get their second win of the season back-to-back against division rivals, and the Giants are going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles at Philadelphia 21-14. Next game, which is going to be Sunday, we have a division rival again. We have Panthers versus the Saints, who had a bye last week. Panthers lost against the Bears last week, so the Panthers are only the second team actually the third team in the NFC South to lose against the Bears. The Bucs lost against the Bears, the Falcons lost against the Bears, and the Panthers lost against the Bears. So the Panthers are going to want to be coming back and trying to beat the Saints at the Saints. But the thing is, the Saints just got a week off. They're going to be rested. Michael Thomas is going to be back next week, and the Saints are going to be firing on all cylinders once they get bad this weekend. And that's why the Saints are going to. I'd probably say it's probably going to give the Panthers a good whooping, and they're going to beat the Ravens. The Carolina Panthers by a score of 28-7. Yeah. Next, we have the Bills versus Jets, another division rival game. And this one, I don't really see any point in talking about this. I mean, the Dolphins put a whooping on the Jets, 24-0. So the Bills is going to beat the Jets at the Jets 35-7. I think the Jets are going to get at least a touchdown, which is better than they did this past week against the Dolphins. Then we have another division rival game. We have the Browns versus the Bengals. The Browns just recently lost against the Steelers, and the Bengals, I think, lost against the Colts, even though they were actually leading that game, and they let the Colts come back and win the game. So this is going to be a very, very close divisional game because it does seem the Bengals are getting a lot better, and I feel like the Browns are finally back on like level turns, considering Baker Mayfield played like absolute crap. I think he threw 2 or 3 picks in that game. And he threw 2. I think he threw 2 picks in that game. And yeah, they're gonna be wanting to bounce back. They're gonna be going to the Bengals, and they're gonna win this game 38-24. And the Browns are gonna get another win. Then we have another division rival game. We have the Cowboys versus the Washington football team. This one. Whew. I'm gonna predict the Cowboys to win against the Washington football team by a score of 28-7. Even though the Cowboys did play like crap this past week against the Cardinals, and they should have really won that game against the Cardinals, but I feel like nobody on the Cowboys wanted to play that game. So yeah, we'll see when it comes to that. Next up, we have Packers versus Texans, which is not finally a division game. I just had 5 divisional games right there at the beginning. But Packers versus Texans. The Texans did give the Titans a good run for their money, but they were not able to stop Derrick Henry, and that's the reason why the Texans were lost. That's the other team I had winning. I had the Texans beating the Titans, and yeah, so the Texans were not able to beat the Titans. And considering the fact that Green Bay got embarrassed by Tampa Bay this past weekend, Aaron Rodgers is going to be on another level this weekend. He's going to come back, and he's going to score a lot of points on the Texans. He's going to beat the Texans by a score. The Green Bay Packers are going to beat the Texans by a score of 42-21. So basically, they're going to beat them by 21 points. Next, we have my favorite team who came off, like I said, we're going to beat the Vikings, and we did. And I already discussed a video about this. You guys check it out yesterday. But this week, we're going to be playing another division team in the same division as the Minnesota Vikings. We're going to be playing against the Detroit Lions, who beat the Jacksonville Jaguars this past week. And I just want to say this. Matthew Stafford is a very, very good quarterback. I knew Matthew Stafford was a very good quarterback. So it's going to be a really, really tough game for the Falcons. But I'm going to give us the win by 7 points with a score of 31-24. So yeah, the Falcons are going to come off, losing 5 straight games and win 2 straight. Yeah, so that's how we're going to do it. Next we have probably my favorite game for the week. It's going to be Steelers versus Titans, because you're going to have 2 very good defensive teams going against each other. And the offense is going to be where this game is going to be decided, because, of course, if the Steelers, who have the best run defense, can stop Derrick Henry and the Titans, then the Steelers are going to have a very good shot at winning this game. But same thing goes for the Titans. If the Titans can shut down Chase Claypool, the Canadian, then the Titans are going to have a very good shot to win this game. But I'm going to think the Steelers are going to get the better of the Titans and finally knock the Titans off of being undefeated. And Steelers are going to continue being undefeated. And the Steelers are going to win this game by a score of 28-17. Next game, Seattle versus Cardinals, a division rival game again. Now, Seattle Seahawks did have a bye this past week, while the Cardinals went on to beat the Cowboys. And the Cardinals and Seahawks is going to be a very close game, because this is probably going to be the best division in the NFL. It's going to have at least 3 playoff teams, I'm probably going to say, due to this, or it should have at least 3 playoff teams in coming this, because the Rams are good, the Cardinals are good, the Seahawks are good. The 49ers, I would probably say, is the worst team in that division. And that's a shocking thing to say, considering that the 49ers were in the Super Bowl last year. But in this game, I'm going to have the Seattle Seahawks beating the Arizona Cardinals by a score of 38-31. So by a score of a touchdown, the Seahawks are going to win this game at the Cardinals. Next is Chiefs at Broncos. The Chiefs just beat the Bills. The Broncos just beat the Patriots. So both of these teams are coming off wins against, I would probably say, very, very tough teams to beat. Chiefs beat the Bills. The Bills are no slacks. And the Patriots are no slacks when they can get their offensive line and offensive game together. But their offensive game was not together. Cam Newton played, I wouldn't say bad. I would just say he didn't play like himself. But this game is going to be a very close game. It's going to be at Mile High Stadium, which is the Denver Broncos Stadium, and that's a very, very tough stadium to play at. So this is going to be a very, very tough game for Patrick Mahomes, and of course they already lost a divisional game early, I think it was the week before, against the Oakland Raiders, or the Las Vegas Raiders. I keep saying Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders, but in this case I'm going to have the Chiefs winning by a score of 38-21. And for the final 4 games, let's get into the first of the final 4 games. We have Jaguars versus Chargers. I don't think Jaguars are going to be able to beat the Chargers, because considering the fact that Justin Herbert has been playing really good these past couple of weeks. A couple of weeks ago, he almost beat Patrick Mahomes, but his team was not able to keep Patrick Mahomes down, and the Chiefs ended up coming back against the Chargers and ended up beating the Chargers. But this time, they're going to keep their lead, they're going to keep the game, and they're going to win this game by a pretty good score. I'm going to say the Chargers are going to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars by a score of 42-14, which I think is the largest margin I have when it comes to this week in terms of the scoring. Next, we have 49ers at Patriots. This one is a very debatable one, because Jimmy G is going to be facing it against his former head coach, a guy that actually loved him when he was in New England, in Bill Belichick. And Cam Newton and the Patriots are coming off the loss against the Denver Broncos. So it really is going to be interesting. And considering that the 49ers beat the Rams, like I said they were going to do last week, I'm going to say the 49ers are going to get the win against the Patriots this weekend at the Patriots. And they're going to beat them by a score of a touchdown, 24-17. And then the final 2 games of the week. Bucks against the Raiders. Brady versus John Gruden's team. This one's going to be a good one, because, of course, as you guys know, like I said a couple of minutes ago, the Raiders did, in fact, beat Patrick Mahomes. If they could beat Patrick Mahomes, and if Derek Carr can play very well, they have a very good shot at beating Tom Brady. No matter if Tom Brady just embarrassed Aaron Rodgers a couple of days ago. I think it was at Tampa Bay, so yeah, this game is going to be very, very close, but I'm actually going to give the Raiders the win by a score of 35-28. So yes, the Raiders are going to beat the Buccaneers and give Tom Brady, I think, what, his third or fourth loss in the season. And they're gonna prove, this is gonna prove that Derek Carr can actually be a very good quarterback for the Oakland Raiders. Sorry, not Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. I keep saying Las Vegas Raiders. And for the final game of the week, it's going to be a Monday game. It's going to be Bears versus the Rams. Bears versus the Rams. Whew. Defensive teams. This is going to be a defensive game. This is going to be a defensive game. You got the Bears defense with Khalil Mack, and they got the Rams defense with Aaron Donald. Probably the two best defensive players in the NFL. Who's going to get the win in this situation? I think the Bears are going to actually embarrass the Rams, and they're going to win 24-7. So let's go back through the games and who I have winning each and every game. Giants, Eagles, I have the Giants beating the Eagles. Panthers, Saints, I have the Saints beating the Panthers. Bills, Jets, I have the Bills beating the Jets by a score of 35-7. Browns, Bengals, I have the Browns beating the Bengals by a score of 38-24. Cowboys, Washington, I have the Cowboys beating Washington by a score of 28-7. Packers, Texans, I have Aaron Rodgers and the Packers beating the Texans by a score of 42-21. Lions, Falcons, I have the Falcons winning by a score of a touchdown, 34-21. Then we have Steelers versus Titans. I have the Steelers beating the Titans 28-17. Seahawks, Cardinals. I have the Seahawks winning 38-31. Chiefs, Broncos. I have the Chiefs beating the Broncos 38 to sorry. The Seahawks game, I have a score of 38-31. Chiefs game, I have a score of 38-21 with the Chiefs winning. Jaguars versus Chargers. Chargers winning 42-14. 49ers, Patriots. I have the 49ers winning 24-17. Bucks against the Raiders. I have the Raiders winning 35-28. And the final game of the week is going to be Bears versus Rams. And I think the Bears are going to beat the Rams at the Rams 24-7. And the four teams that will not be having a game this whole week is going to be Miami Dolphins, Minnesota Vikings, Indianapolis Colts, and the Baltimore Ravens. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please smash the like button. If you guys want me to post more sports content like this, then make sure to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.